Welcome, everyone, to episode 2 of Call of Cthulhu. This campaign is called Darkness in a Bottle. I am the Keeper, Jared, and today I am joined by a group of esteemed investigators. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the detective Philip Marlowe. Definitely super cool guy who maybe sometimes drinks and is best friends with his cabbie,
Vernon Lane, played by Peter. And, I really had a big panic attack 10 minutes ago, and it wasn't cool, but, we'll see what that's all about. With my dickhead of a rival over here, and what's your name? I forgot already.
See, over here we got Carl Bennettee, who runs a little bit more of a humble, down-to-earth cabbie service over here. And pleasure to meet you, everybody.
What's your name?
I said my name.
In real life?
That is my real life name. Anyways, as we were saying,
Tyler. You get Tyler. That's all you get.
that's all you should need. Did I say my name? Because I shouldn't, and I don't want to.
I don't know.
I'm Philip Marlowe, Pete. That's who I am. And I said your real name.
Yeah.
We got one more.
Doxed me, but kept your you kept your identification.
An ancient rivalry was sparked this day.
And we got one more person, last but not least, the doctor.
Hey, Cheerio, it's your boy, Dr. Ambrose Holloway.
Were they saying it's your boy back then?
Sorry, mate. It's me, Ambrose Holloway. The doctor, the good doctor of medicine, and this is gonna be the last time you hear my voice, because it hurts to talk like this.
So last time, so you guys were called to the home of one Reginald Montgomery. He had called you there because there has been a terrible death in his family and in the community of Atlantic City, and that was his one and only daughter, Evelyn Montgomery, was found dead with body pumped drugs, as well as some very deep gashes that indicated blood loss, as well as some other interesting injuries, such as all of the veins in her head exploding. Definitely a very interesting case, one that the police are not interested in touching. But he has called upon you boys to hopefully solve the mystery of his daughter's death. And you guys questioned a few different possible suspects yesterday. You questioned his daughter's friends, as well as her betrothed, one Mr. William Thornton. Absolutely just a piece of shit of a human being. You guys actually found some pretty interesting clues.
What if I liked him?
I was gonna say, he seemed all right.
Yeah, absolutely. He's an upstanding guy, is what I would say. Yeah, a real important pillar of the community, doing God's work. Yeah, you guys found some interesting clues last time. You found some things in Evelyn's bedroom that pointed towards possibly a secret boyfriend and a club that she frequented, as well as our friend Vernon Lane had a rather interesting as he examined her body. Vernon, do you want to touch on your vision that you had?
I mean, I don't know if you remember, but I was like floating in space in this black void, and then this horrific creature appeared in front of me, and it just I don't even know how to describe it to you, but I just remember one thing that it said to me was the mirror, find my mirror, and it was horrifying. So, and I remember that I know Evelyn, she wrote something in her diary that we found in her room about some mirror. So clearly they're connected, or it's just, it's some wild coincidence, but coincidences in these parts, I don't know. I don't find it to be coincidental at all. I think they're linked.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. But you guys questioned William the other day or last time, and 5 minutes ago. Yep. And you guys really questioned him on the mirror and what he knew about it. He really didn't seem to know anything too much about it, but you guys did seem quite interested in his Boardwalk Carnival, the Midway Bay, which has just opened an Egyptian attraction featuring many artifacts from ancient Egypt. And
which we confirmed that he gave her the mirror, correct?
Correct, yes. She found it amongst his relics, and she begged him for it, and he dismissively allowed her to take it. You know, anything to get her to shut up.
So he loved her, got it.
Yeah, exactly. And wonderful guy. So wonderful that he actually offered you guys a counteroffer, that being double the money what Reginald was offering, whereas Reginald wants you guys to bring her killer to justice and for him to face the full brunt of the law. William asked you guys to take care of him quietly behind the scenes, and he offered you double the money for that. It's an interesting offer. I don't know if you guys are gonna take it or up to you guys, really. He offered you guys also his two goons, his bouncers.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Exactly. Pip and Pop. Dumb and Dumber. You know, you can call them anything in the book.
Jack and Jill.
Yep, Jack and Jill. That one might not take too kindly to Jill, but you know, it's up to you guys. So yeah, so I think last time you guys said that you wanted to head to the Velvet Mirage. Is there anything you guys want to say before we move on to the next part of our journey?
No.
I say one thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Nyarlathotep is it's like a name that's coming to me. I don't exactly know what that means, but Nyarlathotep. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Well, if you remember, when you opened up that book you found in your back seat of your car,
yeah,
and you read about this, there was a passage on the mirror, and it mentioned that it was linked to a ethereal being called Nyarlathotep. So
that's right. I have my book here, and
could be all fairy tale, could be just mumbo jumbo made up by someone trying to make a quick buck on a horror book, but.
Or it could be an eldritch god looking to destroy us all for everything we have.
Somebody had a panic attack on the floor.
There's no such thing. There's only the one and truly Jesus Lord Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Christ our Lord.
Christ our Lord.
Year of our Lord 1925.
Year of our Lord.
My Lord.
Well, I mean, so I guess we're gonna be heading off to the Velvet Mirage. So we got two options. We got my pristine, absolutely tuned up car, or we got that piece of shit. And I point to Carl's taxi cab,
which looks perfectly adequate. With it's not fancy, but it's fine.
I will say I traveled with him here, and it was a fine ride.
And I looked over at Vernon, and I kind of nod to the doctor.
If I'm being completely honest, the check engine light was on, and that was a little concerning.
Oh.
But,
Yeah, you ain't gonna find that in my dashboard.
Dashboard.
You can say what you want about me over here, Vernon, but leave her alone. And I give the car a pat. She served me fine.
Hey, why don't you leave my fucking sister alone? How about that?
Ooh.
Damn.
Like I didn't hear him as I buff out a scratch on the car.
Gentlemen, there will be plenty of time for that. I say, just to save gas and to save the world, let's take Vernon's car because it's clearly nicer.
Save the world.
Clearly.
Like the environment and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to save the world, don't you want to ride in style?
I just mean to cut down on gas emissions, but yeah, let's just get in Vernon's car.
Let's just get in Vern's car. It's,
What are you, a fucking loser? It's 1920. We love burning COC.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fucking ozone is.
Fuck them ancient dinosaurs. I don't say that, but I do grab my car and say, I'm not gonna leave my car here alone. This is my business.
Oh, your car will be safe here with Mr. Holloway. Surely.
Will it?
Yeah, or not Holloway, sorry, my bad. Montgomery. The families, they have enough
You're
risk.
Holloway.
They don't need more vehicles. It'll be safe here. Unless you want to take two.
I look to the butler.
Yeah, as he's saying this, the butler comes outside and he's putting on a little driving cap and driving gloves, and he looks at you and he says, "Don't worry, sir. I'll take good care of the car. I'll buff out all the scratches and put it in our garage for safekeeping, and I'll make sure that it stays running and give it good gas, and it'll be better than you left it."
I walk up to him. "Thank you, Jeeves. Appreciate it." And I shake his hand.
He accepts your handshake, yeah.
And as Carl walks over, I go, "Wow, yeah, you gotta get other people to tune up your car. You don't know how to do it yourself. That's pretty sad. That's why I'm number one."
And I give him a smirk and say, "Less miles, less problems, my friend." And I hop into the back of his car.
All right. Anything else anyone want to say?
As everyone piles into my absolutely pristine car, I say, "All right, everyone. Now, before we get started, I just gotta, check around the car, make sure everything's all right. Making sure it's pristine and whatnot. We'll be out of here in a jiff."
I lean over to the doctor and say, "I think he's compensating for something."
I feel like, if it was in the condition he always suggests that we could just hop right in. Now I'm thinking maybe we should have just taken yours. He seems a bit of a prissy when it comes to the, his automobile.
His auto wussy.
His autussi wussy.
All right, that's getting cut.
Dude, why?
Peter
There's a
edits in
collab
everyone being like, "God,
Dude,
Vernon Lane's
keep it
car
in."
is so cool."
Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing my inspection of the car, and I'm going around. I'm checking every single tire. I'm checking to see if there's any scratches, making sure the check engine light is on, making sure it has enough gas, making sure that there's enough oil, and like as I'm checking all of this stuff, by the time I get to the third tire, it's been like 5 minutes.
Okay. Do you want to do a spot hidden with advantage?
Yeah, or can I do, instead of a spot hidden, can I do an automobile or
Sure. Yeah. No, that works for me.
Oh, drive auto. I want to do a drive auto with advantage.
Yeah, sure. That works.
All right.
The first of many.
Yeah. Damn. It's just a regular pass.
Okay. Car looks good to you. Looks exactly how it was when you walked inside earlier. So looks the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, after 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, I think we're good to go. Let's head out.
Finally.
The amount of time it took, the sun has started to set. What little sun there is in this cloudy and gray weather.
Hey, listen. If you've been where I've been, had the experiences I've had, I think you would be doing the same thing. Okay.
Let's just get on to the Mirage.
Everyone's in my car, including Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
No, they're still hanging back with William Thornton. They said they'll catch up to you guys later.
Okay.
Unless did you want to invite them? But I mean, I imagine your car only fits 4 people.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were coming with us. Not that I was expecting them to get in my car because it only fits 4 people. But
yeah. Why don't you go ahead and make a spot hidden for me?
Let me see if they're hiding in my car somewhere. Fuck! I failed.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't see them around anywhere right now. Maybe it was complete bullshit that they were gonna come along with you guys. Maybe William has better things for them to do right now. But you can't see them anywhere.
All right.
Okay.
Wait. Let me check one more thing. And I get out and I open the hood, and I'm like, All right, everything's in tip top. Wait,
Are you fucking serious?
let me check the trunk. All right, I go into the trunk and I pick out a couple of little pieces of dust. I'm like, all right, we're off.
Perfect.
Wait.
As we get in the car, I whisper to Carl, and I'm like, now see that there's a new thing the doctors are talking about now. It's called OCD, and this is fantastic research for my colleagues.
I whisper back. Yeah, his sister mentioned something about this. He's got a little bit too much going on up there, but I don't know. Seems nice enough, I guess.
He did just call you a dick earlier.
Yeah, that's not that uncommon. It's fine.
Not that uncommon. I am fucking his sister. No.
You seem to know an awfully lot about his sister, Carl.
Let's keep our mind on the mission, eh?
Fair enough.
So, you guys are off on your way to the Velvet Mirage. You guys were able to get directions from her friends, and you are pretty familiar with the seedier side of town. You do a lot of drop-offs near the bars where all the nightlife is. As you're driving, I would like both Tyler and Peter to just make contesting D100 rolls.
All right, I'm gonna do it in chat. Oof.
I got a
Okay.
41.
All right, sounds good. So you guys are driving down the road, starting to get a little bit rougher. You see a lot of prostitutes out, a lot of homeless people.
Not the car. Just
Driving by the Luigi.
I put the pedal to the metal. We ain't stopping for this.
And you see plenty of people walking the streets, as well as people that look like they have a lot of wealth, and they're coming in and out of a building hidden in plain sight, the Velvet Mirage. It is a gem concealed within the hustle and bustle of Atlantic City. From the outside, it looks like just another worn down building, easily overlooked by those unacquainted with its scene. As you guys pull up, you guys can hear faint strains of jazz music leaking through the cracks in the door, hinting at the lively atmosphere within. You can just go ahead and park on any side street, I guess, and
I do
should probably put some money in the meter.
I do an excellent job with parallel parking.
Do you want to make
Go
a
right.
vehicle roll for it?
Yeah. With advantage?
No, just regular.
Okay.
with
It, like-
advantage, I love it.
It was like it almost did 73 and I was like, fuck. Like yeah, I got a 33 and that's just a that's a grand success. I forget that.
Hard, extreme.
Yeah, I
It
got
is-
a hard.
It is a beautiful parking job. It is like the car glides into the parallel spot between two cars, and it was a very tight squeeze too. But you managed to do it with it was flawless. And even Carl took note of it.
I gotta say, she's purring like a kitten. What engine oil are you using for this beauty?
As I throw the gear into park, I turn around and I look at Carl and just stare blankly, and I go, "Company trade secrets," and I get out of the car.
Fair
Very
enough.
good. So as you guys get out of the car, I assume you guys are gonna walk right into the building. Is there anything you guys want to do before going into the Velvet Mirage?
I'm gonna look underneath the vehicle to see if I see any oil dripping from the engine.
Go ahead and make a vehicle roll.
Vehicle roll?
I don't know what that is. Is it
Automotive, maybe?
yeah, automotive?
Drive
yeah,
auto.
probably.
Drive auto,
Automotive.
that's what it is. Thank you, Pete.
I got a 78. Like as I'm doing my routine inspection, I'm like, everything looks on tip top.
And you got what, a 69?
I got ever so slightly better. God gets to decide if what I see.
Yeah, I mean it looks pretty good. Nothing too
I
concerning. or
kind
anything.
of give him that pursed lip kind of nod, like not bad, as I head
Yep.
inside.
All right. So you guys walk inside the Velvet Mirage, and upon stepping inside, the atmosphere is transformed. The interior is a well-kept secret, an eclectic mix of vintage decor and dimly lit ambience. Exposed brick walls provide a rustic charm, complemented by crimson drapes that add a touch of warmth to the space. The room is filled with a melange of mismatched furniture, each piece contributing to the establishment's unique character. The main cabaret lounge features a small, slightly raised stage where a few local jazz performers are showcasing their talent. And the room is adorned with fairy lights, casting a soft glow over the intimate space. A man with a handlebar mustache, thick horned rimmed glasses, and slicked back hair is announcing performers from the booth in the corner. And seating is a mix of bar stools, worn leather couches, wooden chairs, creating an unpretentious yet cozy environment. The waitstaff is dressed in vests, weave through the crowd, delivering food and drinks with a smile. As you guys step inside, a waitress comes up to you guys. She says, "Hey, how you guys doing? Can I get you guys a table or something? You guys here for the cabaret?"
You can get me a table and a drink.
What'll it be? Pepsi, Coca-Cola, 7-Up maybe?
Can I assess the place? Like as he's talking to me, I'm just like the detective's looking around, and he's like, is this crowded here? Does it look like there's a lot of people?
Yeah, it's pretty decently sized. Yeah, it appears everyone here is here to watch the singers and the cabaret that is taking place on stage.
The detective will casually ask, he'll say, "And you got anything stronger?"
Why don't you go ahead and roll a charm?
All right. That's going to be a charm. Oh, that's not great. That's going to be a fail.
And she just sort of laughs off what you said, and she's just like, "Listen, buddy, you just gotta know where to find it around here, all right?"
And he's gonna say, "What is it, like a password or something?"
Listen, I can get you a table if you want, but I don't know if you're quite able to get any alcohol, if that's what you're talking about. We don't really do that kind of thing around here.
Sorry, darling, but let's, we will take a table, for the show. And Jared, do we know, would I remember how long it's been since Homegirl passed away?
It has been 2 days.
It's been 2 days. Okay. What day of the week is it currently?
That's a good question, actually. Let me see if I have it written down.
Cool.
I think it's a Monday, if I remember properly.
Monday sounds good.
Because she died like a Sunday early morning after William's party, which was on a Saturday. So let's go with
As I
Monday.
recall, it was a Tuesday.
As I recall.
Yes, darling. We'll take a table. And did I happen to see you here Saturday night? Were you at this post for the weekend? Were you not? I'm just completely guessing. I'm just making it up. See what she says.
Yeah, she goes ahead and she's like, "Well, I work every Saturday night. That's the tip,
And why did you kill me? I'm just kidding. Well, I say, I thought so. I thought I remember seeing you. Well, yeah. We'll take that table and enjoy the show, and I'm sure my friend here will find the right words to say what he wants to say to you.
Yeah, and the detective will speak up upon that prompt, and he'll say, "You seem like a group of young girls around here a couple days ago. Definitely rambunctious. It sounds like. Anything out of the ordinary with the younger crowd, the younger females in the vicinity?"
Why don't you go ahead and roll for me a persuade?
All right. Ooh, that is going to be a extreme pass. An extreme, not a hard, not a regular.
She looks you up and down, and she's like, "I can only assume that you're talking about the murder. Is that it?"
Well, I ain't no policeman, I ain't no pig, but I am looking into. I got a couple people who are interested in the case. So, yes, it is what I'm looking into. Why don't you take us to our table, and maybe we can get our drinks and maybe hear what you have to say.
She just says, "Listen, I don't know nothing about that, and I'm not gonna get this place anybody in trouble or anything like that. So why don't you just take your seats and you just enjoy your time, enjoy the show.
Thanks.
All right.
No one's accusing anybody of anything. You know, we're just simply curious about such a tragedy.
Do you want to go ahead and make a persuade roll for me?
Yep. I'm assuming that's not going to be great. What did that say? 57? That's going to be a failure.
She just says, why don't you just sit down right here and I'll get you boys some beverages, all right? And she gestures a table towards you, like for you guys, and she walks away.
Before she walks away, I try to gently like grab her wrist, and I go, "Hey."
Oh.
I go, "Hey," and like I kind of make it more personal with her. Like I'm not trying to.
Maybe not
really
grab the wrist is the word. Maybe you put a hand on her shoulder.
I mean, no table talk, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab her wrist, and like I try to say like so nobody else really hears, and I go, "Hey, so who's performing tonight?"
Can you do a charm for me?
Yeah, sweet cheeks. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a fail. She rips her hand her wrist out of your hand, and she just like, well, if you sit down and shut up, maybe you'll hear the MC say who's up next, and then she walks away.
Can I do a psychology roll to see if I think she's about to go like do more than just get us a drink and a table?
Sure, yeah. If you want to do a psychology roll, you can.
That sounds great. Oh, we're not playing D&D. Let's go there.
That's a
Whoop.
Ooh, that is gonna be a hard pass.
So she definitely, as she walks away, you get the feeling that she might tell somebody to keep an eye on you guys, and that you guys should probably start behaving at this establishment before you get kicked out.
And Philip Marlowe will speak up, and he says, "All right, boys, I think we might be have come in here a little bit hot and might be overstaying our welcome. So let's just keep an eye out and make sure there's no funny business around here. But let's take up a table. What, Vernon?
Look, all I did was ask who was playing. I mean, I didn't mean no offense by it or nothing.
You could have done without the touching.
Look, if it's my sister, okay, like I don't know if I want to be here for this.
You want, bruh. I'm just saying, don't be touching other women when you're out in public.
And he's not the only one who can touch his sister all he wants. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Speaking of which, as you boys are sitting here arguing, the act that was performing on stage ends, and the MC comes on the microphone, and he speaks up, and he goes, All right, that was the Silver Serenade. Coming up next on the Johnny Breeze Hour is the one lovely, coming all the way from Harlem. It is one Eleanor Lane.
I seem to be suddenly paying rapt attention to the stage.
My face flushes like and just goes kind of pale. I like kind of take my hat and I like slowly put it over my eyes as she goes on stage. Dude, my sister's hot.
I have some confused feelings.
Yep, and as you guys are sitting here arguing, Vernon's sister takes the stage and begins singing, you know, a song, probably like "Fly Me to the Moon" or something like that. It's a 1920 song. Let's see if I can find a good one. Eleanor comes on stage and she says, "All right, this next one is an oldie. Well, it's an oldie where I come from."
Nice.
Yeah.
as she's like up there on stage, like, and I have my eyes, I have my hat over my eyes, but enough to like just stare daggers at her, and I'm like, I'm tucked away in my little corner, but like, I'm kind of hoping that she locks eyes with me a little bit.
Why don't you go ahead and make a let's see what kind of roll you should make. Go ahead and make a spot hidden roll.
This is perfect.
Understand that you can't always have what you want. Get off me.
88, which is a fail.
Yeah, no, she doesn't see you. She has no idea.
You must meld.
Tyler, do you want to try and doing a roll?
Yes, I would like to stare at his sister.
Yeah, I mean,
hang on.
you guys are familiar.
Yeah, let's see here. 32, not shabby. Let's see if that makes it. Am I doing a spot hidden?
Yeah, let's do spot hidden. There's no like roll.
That's
for
a hard pass.
Notice. Okay, so yeah, in the middle of the song, she like sort of notices you and gives you like a wink, and like you can tell that she's pleasantly surprised to see that.
Instantly half-mast.
Pete didn't expect that, dude.
Yeah, I like look at her eyes and see her wink, and I like trace her eye contact, and it leads right to Carl, and I'm like,
can I do a deception or something?
Yeah, sure. For what kind of deception?
Let me see what we got here. Could it be?
Can I
do a fast talk and be like, she must have had something in her eye? You should ask her about that after the show.
Yeah, you guys can do. You can do a fast talk roll, and Peter, you can do a psychology roll.
Oh my god! Last week we were rolling so well. I am rolling horribly today.
56. Let me see my fast talk.
I mean, I feel like no matter what,
Yeah, I mean, I won against him, if that's how we're gonna do it. Technically, I didn't pass by like 6, but...
I'll just say, since you both failed, it's not the most convincing thing you ever said, but also, he can't really tell the difference.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm still really angry.
Yeah. So she's done performing, and the MC says, "Isn't that great, folks? We'll be back in just a few minutes. Here's the band." She walks off stage, and she immediately runs over to you, Carl, and her face like lights up, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's so good! I didn't know that you two knew each other."
We're business acquaintances.
This is the greatest thing ever.
I go, Eleanor? What the fuck are you doing here?
Well, Vernie, I go on tour all the time. I mean, I'm getting pretty popular with my singing career. I can't just be performing in Harlem,
Yeah, but what the fuck are you doing here?
And I help drive her around town.
I just turn to Carl and I got like, yeah, I'm going for it. I grab Carl by the collar and I kind of throw him against the wall. I go, mate.
Wait. Before you do that, I guess, do you want to do a fighting brawl for me?
I mean, I don't want to punch him.
No, but I mean, you're still like grappling. So
sure.
I feel like Tyler should be able to dodge this, if...
All right, dodge a 25. Dodge a hard pass.
That is unlikely. I guess would I use dodge?
Well, what do you want to do? You just want to let him push you against this wall?
Yeah, actually, I do let him do that. I don't even fight it.
Yeah, absolutely. Vernon pushes you against the wall, and everyone is kind of like startled. Varney, please. I thought you boys were getting along.
I do have something I do want to say too at one point after Pete.
Well, how about I push him against the wall, and before I open my mouth, what do you?
You see, as they're over there fighting, he's pushing him against the thing, and I am right near, and I say, "Wonderful act, sweetheart. Yeah, Yeah, a voice like yours doesn't belong in a joint like this. It belongs in my dreams.
I turn around.
Do you want to do a charm roll for me to see if she liked that?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Don't worry. Fuck yourself.
Okay, hold on. I failed the charm roll.
And she just sort of looks at you and she's like, well, that's very kind and all, but I'm with your pal there, Carl.
Of course, I didn't mean nothing by it. I'm just saying, you're gonna go places, sweetheart. You're gonna be a star.
Okay, with her saying that, absolutely confirming everything.
As I see your face turn, I'm like, now, Vernon, we were gonna have this conversation with you. We're just looking for the right time to broach it. You're a little abrasive.
I go, Eleanor, you're gonna be with the likes of this fucking guy. This guy that clearly doesn't know what he's doing in life. Clearly doesn't give a fuck about you. We were just at another house and he was flirting up another broad. He was flirting up with one of those rich prissy girls, okay? Clearly this guy doesn't give a fuck about you. Clearly this guy doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Now hold up, Vernon. I don't know about all that.
Hold on a second. Before you say your piece, Tyler, Peter, do you want to roll a persuade for me?
Yeah.
While he's rolling that, Jared, are they like gathering attention from the people in this establishment at this point?
Go ahead and do a spot hidden for me.
I meant to say this, and I truly meant to say this earlier. Like, given the fact that that Philip said like we better like watch ourselves or we'll get kicked out. Like I'm not like screaming at the top of my lungs or anything like that. I'm sort of talking through gritted teeth because I mean I understand that we do have a job going on here, but I mean clearly
right, but you did push a guy
high.
You did push a guy into a wall.
This is true, yes.
So was that a pass, Logan?
No.
Okay.
I missed it.
I mean, a lot of people are staring at you guys right now. You don't notice. I mean, you can't really tell who is staff here and who is not, but eyes are on you guys for sure. And Eleanor looks at you, Vernon, and she goes, "Oh, Vernie, please get off of him. He's a really nice guy."
Vinny.
Oh, Vinny. Is that your name's Vernon? I thought your name was Vernon.
I know, but like we
I tried that. It didn't go well.
We established last session that she calls me Vinny, and she's the only one who calls me Vinny.
Okay. Oh, Vinny. Oh, you're getting me so flustered. I'm calling you Vernie like our mom used to do.
I let go of Carl, and I walk up to my sister and I go, "What are you doing here? We came to investigate a potential murder, and we just happened to catch you here at the exact lounge. What are you doing here?"
A potential murder? Why, you wouldn't be talking about the Evelyn girl, the Montgomery girl.
Exactly.
I cut in at this point and I say, "Ellie, this is our break. This is what we've been waiting for." And I turn to Vernon and I say, I'm sorry I didn't come to you earlier. You kind of really don't like me, and I understand that. But I care about your sister. I do truly. And if we can figure this out, we can really make something happen here. Please, just give me a chance. We can make this work.
All right, why don't you go up to Charlotte and take back the number that you gave her?
Woo!
Now
You're
listen
gonna treat
here
my
as I
sister
turn
right.
to Ellie. This is part of the investigation. I'm just wheeling and dealing here trying to figure things out. You don't understand how much money's on the line. And I whisper in her ear how much money we've been offered.
I go, and I definitely misinterpreted that wink that you gave her too, I bet.
I guess both of you guys make persuasion.
This is getting really heated. Persuasion. I got a 28, but I failed.
Oh my god.
I also failed. Wait,
40.
I think so. I spend 8 luck points to pass.
So yeah, so she looks at you, Carl, and she's like, and her eyes wide, and she's like, "Oh my god, this means like we could tour full time, Carl. That would be our dream. I wouldn't have to do
Everything
these
you've been waiting
dingy
for, Ellie."
nightclubs. That'd be amazing."
And we just
And,
kind of stare into each other's eyes for a minute.
I
Yeah.
step in between them. I step in between them. I go, "No, if we complete this job, Eleanor, I'm getting the $3,000 as well, and then we can get out of here and we can go to LA. You know what? How about that? We can get as far away from here."
Vinny, you don't have to. We can. Yeah. You don't have to be so nervous. Ever since you got home from the war, you're so protective over me.
Listen, if you saw the things that I saw over there, this is the farthest that you've come in your life. From Harlem to Atlantic City. Yeah, you've seen the entire fucking world. Yeah, I went over to Europe and saw the things that I fucking saw. Yeah, you got your whole life figured out, don't you?
I step
Vinny,
up and I'm
please.
like, "Don't you yell at her."
This is a rom-com.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck do you know, Carl? My voice is starting to get a little loud.
I'm gonna interject here. At this time, I'm gonna have one of the bouncers walk over to you guys, and he looks at Eleanor, and he just goes, "Hey, are these guys bothering you, Miss Lane? You want me to kick them out? They're really causing a disturbance, and you guys need to quiet down." And yeah, she just says, "Oh, this is my brother and my boyfriend. I'll tell." I'll tell.
Well, it's
I'm
out now.
I'm trying to get them to quiet down, but you see, it's this family argument.
I turn to the bouncer and I say, "I've got no troubles here, sir. Thank you for this beautiful establishment you have." And I flash him a pin that's on the inside of my lapel.
Okay, yeah. He just sort of nods at you and walks back over to his post.
What pin do you have?
Did you spot me flashing it?
Did I?
Can I see what try to do a spot hidden to try to see it?
Yeah, everyone can do a spot hidden if they'd like to.
Oh my god.
I don't think P spotted it. I think Logan spotted it.
I didn't spot it.
So, one more time. It's pass, hard pass, extreme pass, right?
Correct.
Correct.
I hard passed that shit so hard, rock solid.
Nice. Tyler, do you want to? I mean, you can message Logan what he saw on the pin.
Yep.
And if you can also message me as well.
He's like, also message me. Yeah, I got you.
All right, thank you. If cooler heads have prevailed, do you guys want to sit down with Eleanor at the table?
Yeah.
I wave over to the server and I say, "Vernon, I don't want any trouble here," and I buy a round of like food and drinks for the whole table.
Okay, yeah.
You don't want any trouble, huh? That's why you keep passive aggressively making comments about my sister. You fucking jerk.
You fucking jerk bursts out into laughter.
I just thought jerk was such a dumb.
You're such a dingus.
You're so dumb. What the heck?
Back then it carried a lot more weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then it did. Yeah.
I feel like anything short of the C word is like enough to nowadays.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I'm gonna say you probably spent around. Let's see, how many people are with you guys right now? 5 people. So Tyler went ahead and spent
Gotcha.
about $350 on food and drinks for you guys.
Gotcha.
So Eleanor sits you guys down. She's just like, so what exactly are you guys doing with Evelyn's murder? What, are you working with the cops or something?
Not exactly, but Philip here used to be a detective, and we worked on some cases together in the past. And someone's got to do something, right? And I don't know if they trust the correct authority figures to handle it. Let me ask you, as I'm sure your brother wants to know, did you perform on Saturday night here? Were you here on Saturday?
No, I was still on my way into town.
The detective will speak up, and he'll just say real quick, and you got an alibi for that?
Yeah, do you?
I mean, there are people in Harlem that saw me the night before. I mean, they can tell you, but they're not here with us right now.
Understood. Go on.
But I arrived the day the young girl was murdered, and I've been to Atlantic City before for some shows. Of course, my brother knows that, and so does Carl. But and she's quite the popular person around these parts. I don't know what kind of accent I'm doing. I'm kind of losing the transatlantic accent.
I like it though.
But
I know when she's talking.
And I mean, she came here frequently, and she was known for her extravagant lifestyle. But I didn't know her personally. There are whispers. People are saying that it was the boyfriend or something.
Does the name Lorenzo mean anything to you?
No, don't know a Lorenzo or anything like that.
I nudge Vernon. I'm like, well, look, she doesn't know Lorenzo. That's gonna make you feel a little bit better, right?
It does make me feel a little bit better, but I'm still trying to reel with the fact that my mortal enemy right here is fucking
my mortal enemy.
my sister.
Let's stick to questions about the case, Eleanor. So just important things about the case, okay?
How long have you two been together?
Yeah, how many times
He's just sitting there like fuming.
When he fucks you, does he fuck you raw, or does he use protection?
Answer the question.
He's like, I want a lot of kids.
Answer the question.
That was a gorgeous performance, by the way, Ellie.
Aw, she blushes. Oh, they're all dedicated to you, sweetheart.
Oh,
My face also
goddamn.
turns
And I deliberately look away from Vernon when she says that.
My face also turns red.
And then she looks at you, and she's like, "Oh, Vinny, they're dedicated to you too."
I
He's
don't
like,
think.
aw.
Yeah. I don't say anything, but I like my eye kind of twitches a little bit.
We're just here to find out anything we can about what happened. Her poor pa is really beat up about this. It's not good stuff, Ellie. Please, anything you know that could help.
Well, of course, I'd do anything for you boys. But you're probably not gonna find much up here. I mean, all I know about Evelyn is she lives quite the lifestyle. Well, all the debauchery around this part happens downstairs in the basement.
Do you have access to the basement?
Of course, I'm one of the best performers around here. But you gotta behave yourself, brother.
Well, take us down there.
All right. And she gets up from the table. She walks you guys.
I pay my tab and tip handsomely before I leave, and thank the patrons.
I say,
Yes.
What is that? Your life savings?
You might be the top, but I
And you're
get
the
a lot
bottom.
of business over here. No, that's Carl-Bennettee.
Who's that?
Real sleazebag of a taxi driver.
I haven't heard of him. I don't associate
Exactly.
myself with such scum. I don't even know why I'm associating myself with you. We just happen to be in this predicament.
It doesn't have to be a predicament, Vernon. Shit.
Well, a girl.
Vermin.
I didn't mean to say that.
Vernon, wow, dude.
That's rough.
Wow.
Now hold up.
I didn't
Now-
say that
Now,
character-wise.
hold up. I shoot.
Didn't have to be this way, Vernon.
All right, I say to the bouncer, all right, you're gonna have to take me in. Pull out my gun.
I don't say that.
I say, well, Carl, this predicament we are in happens to be a dead girl, me seeing shit, and you being with my sister. I would call that a strong predicament.
Well, let's figure out one thing at a time. Ellie, can you take us downstairs? I'd appreciate it.
Of course. So she goes ahead and she leads you guys down a flight of stairs at the back of the club. Behind a sliding door, you guys enter a storage closet containing non-perishables and other ingredients that can be found on the club's menu. And as you guys are in this small space, she goes ahead and she slides open the back wall of this storage room, revealing a hidden bar beneath the basement. And I'll take you guys there right now.
I knew it.
Second.
What is this, 1920s Atlantic City?
Exactly. I was surprised that yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just imagine there's people here. And so she leads you downstairs, and beneath the surface, the secret speakeasy unfolds. The basement is a haven of creativity, the murals adorning the walls, depicting scenes of revelry and jazz-filled nights. There's a long, beautiful bar made from stained cherry wood, and a well-stocked bar with a large collection of spirits, and it would cost a very hefty fine if discovered by the authorities. The bartender, with his sleeves rolled up, mixes cocktails with a speed and flair that adds to the charm. The stage is bathed in a dim, sultry light and adorned with rich burgundy velvet curtains that create an air of mystery. A small platform extends into the audience, allowing the performers to intimately connect with those fortunate enough to hear a spot up close. The seating arrangements is a mix of small round tables covered in a deep red tablecloth and plush cushioned chairs. The atmosphere is more intimate and hushed than the lively cabaret above, creating a space where whispered conversation, blinking glasses, and the occasional burst of laughter intermingle with the smooth notes of jazz.
Ha ha
Finally. Finally a place I can get a drink. Philip Marlowe would definitely stride up to the bar ahead of everyone to eagerly order a drink.
You find yourself in front of a stout man with salt and pepper slick back hair, cleaning glasses from behind the bar. And he says, hey, welcome to the Velvet Mirage. What piques your interest there, pal? Name's Frankie.
Frankie, is it?
Yeah.
Frankie, you got all the assortments on tap?
Well, yeah, what are you drinking there, pal?
Pour me something that burns just enough to make me forget how cold this city's getting.
I know what you're speaking about there, pal. I'll get you some nice bullet bourbon on the house.
Gotcha. Make it strong. I've got questions that drown and answers to fish out.
Ah, what kind of questions you got there, pal?
Can you give me inspiration for that sentence?
You seen any young women around the area?
I don't know how inspiration works.
Just kidding.
Is there inspiration in Call of Cthulhu?
No, but it'd be a cool thing to add.
Yeah. I'll give you advantage on your next roll.
Yeah, just a reroll or advantage on. Yep, sounds good.
So yeah, what kind of questions you got there, pal? You know, I know a few things around the area.
And as he hungrily watches him prepare his drink, Philip Marlowe will say, "You seen any? Real quick, where is the group that we came with? They're like approaching, like coming in as well."
Yeah, you guys are probably. I mean, is that what you guys want to do? You guys want to crowd around the bar, or do you guys want to like take a seat and just have?
I would want to say that Philip did move ahead of everyone at the bar, like to get in and eagerly get a drink. He also wants to say before the others are in earshot, he's gonna say, that dame over there, the one who's coming in, she new around here?
Who, Eleanor?
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't really come down here too often, but she performs all the time. She's quite the act.
And she's a straight arrow?
I mean, she can let loose a little bit, but she's a good kid.
And you seen any young women in the vicinity? Any? I'm here to look into a bit of a mishap that might have happened.
There's a lot of young women around here, pal. I mean, if you take a look around the bar, it's practically filled with young people. But
And anything
I have a-
strange.
I have a feeling that's not what you're talking about, is it?
Listen, you know about the murder? I'll cut to the chase.
I was worried you were going to say something about that. You talking about the Montgomery girl?
The Montgomery girl, indeed. And he'll take his. Is this drink ready?
Yeah, it's ready.
Perfect. And he'll definitely take the drink and kind of stir it for a bit without looking at the guy and looking down at it. And he says, yes, the Montgomery case. Pretty girl, bad end.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it's nothing new to Atlantic City. But she's important, being rich and all.
And I'm just saying that I think maybe someone around here might have seen something, or maybe just heard the wrong kind of whisper. And he'll give him he'll look up from his drink and lock eyes with him.
What kind of whisper's that?
I'm just asking if anything's been funny around this joint. We've gotten a lead that this place might be of interest to the Montgomery case.
Listen, pal, you know where you're at. You're at a speakeasy, so things aren't quite exactly legal around here, and there's not much I can really do about it if I want to stay in business. The night that she came in was really no different than any other night. She was racking up a tab, per usual, and she's always very generous, buying drinks for everyone, for all her friends, along with other patrons she just met. She's dancing with a guy all night. The guy she's usually in here with. I'm assuming you want some information on that guy.
Of course. What's his name? And he takes out a notepad.
I mean, I don't know the fella's name. He's a dock worker, He comes around here every now and then too, with his other dock worker friends. Yeah, I don't pay too much attention to the crowd that comes in around here. He works in the shipping yard, where all the big shipping crates come in.
Is his name Julian?
Yeah, it might have been something like that. That sounds about right.
Or am I gonna have to take a stroll along the pier and start asking every fisherman along the way?
It sounds like you know his name. It's Julian. Sounds right to me.
Julian, that's what it was. Sorry. Gotcha. Interesting. Philip will then say, just one other thing. You said Julian, dock worker. I heard all that. Who else was watching her that night besides you?
He kind of gives a look around, and he's like, well, I don't like to speak ill of the dead or anything like that, but she frequently took part in a lot of other substances. Ones I don't particularly like around this bar, if you know what I'm talking about. The blow and the pill popping.
And he says, Philip says, pot doesn't put a knife in someone's hand or veins in their face.
No, but, a drug dealer could.
That's true.
And we got one who frequently is always around here. In fact, he's right over there. And he points, or he kind of motions with his head to the back of the bar. In the corner, there's a guy sitting there. In the shadowy depths of the speakeasy, a lone figure occupies a booth in the darkest corner. You can just see he's smoking a cigarette and drinking his bourbon. And Frankie just says, "Now I don't know if killing is in this guy's repertoire, but he's an unsavory type that I don't really like hanging around here. But there ain't much I can do about it. This whole business is illegal, but wetting your whistle is a little different than taking God knows what up your nose, or injecting who knows what into your arms. You know what I'm saying?"
Philip gives a silent nod, and he'll pick up his drink, and without another, he'll slap a couple dollars down on the table, whatever it costs to cover it, and a little tip. He'll pick up his drink and move over to the others, and he'll say, he's hushed voice. It's like, I think that guy over there might be some kind of drug dealer. Definitely, almost certainly interacted with our deceased girl.
Okay.
That might be Lorenzo.
Then let's go pay a visit to him.
First things first, I walk up to Frankie the bartender and I go, "Hey, you got a drink that make you forget about a guy sleeping with your sister?"
I got something for that. And he goes ahead and he pulls down pretty much every liquor bottle on the shelf, puts a little bit into the cocktail shaker and starts shaking it up. While he's mixing your forget about it drink, do you guys want to go ahead and just do a spot hidden around the bar?
I got a 2, so an extreme success.
Oop, there you go. I got just barely. I got a hard pass.
Okay. Yeah, so the both of you guys notice, Peter, you notice under some of the drinks here at the club, and Alex, you notice on the floor, appears to be tarot cards are like thrown about the bar, just like on the tables, on the floor, sort of like, like coasters being like thrown about a bar. But there's just all these like tarot cards, and specifically it's the tower card.
Interesting. And Philip will definitely pick up one of the tower cards and put it in his jacket.
Yeah. And also, as you're staring at this Lorenzo guy, the drug dealer, you happen to notice one of the bathrooms appears to be out of order. You might have noticed that on your way in here, there was like a cellar door outside around on the side of the building.
I say, "Hey, Frankie, what's up with the cards?" What's up with the tarot cards? As I begin downing my drink and spit the first sip back up.
Yeah, he forgot his sister's being banged. It was that strong.
Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, I've seen those cards showing up here and there. I think it's just some punk kids trying to tag the place or something like that. They leave them all around the bar. I don't really mind it too much. People come and go, and they think it's quirky or whatever. But it's annoying to clean them up. You know what I mean?"
What, you agree with gypsy magic being infested in your bar?
Listen, I don't care about no gobbledygook like that, but it adds to the atmosphere of the place, and it's good. A good coaster and sops up all the condensation in these glasses.
And
Blasphemy
Philip,
is what you call it.
I think it's some kind of flapper trend or something.
Well, we're doing some character building. And Philip will ask, and he'll just like come up behind his cab driver and be like, "And how long have they been around? Like, how long have these tarot cards been like a thing at your place?"
I don't know. They've been around for a while now.
Okay.
I've been working here for a while. Hey, beats me, pal. I don't know. They just sort of show up, and people use them as coasters. Some people take them home. Write little notes on them. Like, it's not really my business. I just keep the drinks flowing and the music playing. I'm not looking into who's placing these cards around.
Last thing, bud. Name.
I go for my second drink, and I'm like,
Why don't you try sipping it there, pal? Don't need to chug it or anything like that.
"Look, I need to forget, okay? And you don't forget through sipping."
All right, hey, it's your funeral there, pal.
I motion towards the bartender behind him that I'll pay for the drink.
And he just nods and looks at your friend kind of weird.
I get out my wallet and I begin paying.
Well, fuck you.
Hey, easy.
Without you knowing. An unknown fucking.
Damn.
I do ask Eleanor as he's kind of doing his stuff by the bar. Are you doing okay over here? How have things been since everything that happened with Evelyn? I'm worried about you.
Oh, I'm good. I'm pretty disassociated from it. So I'm not much of a hot potty or anything like that. I didn't really know Evelyn too well or nothing like that. I might have run into her once or twice, but it's crazy how the entire mood of this city has changed in one night.
Kind of nod you carrying any protection on you?
Like what?
Bro.
That's my
Anything.
sister.
I mean, I feel like I got my back. You know, I'm not too. I'm not like my brother who carries a gun with him at all times. I'm not that paranoid.
I slip a pair of brass knuckles into her pocket.
Oh my,
Oh my
Please,
god.
just
Carl.
be careful, okay?
Peter.
You don't know what happens until it happens, and then you're gonna wish you had something like that on you.
Okay, all right. I mean, I
All right.
appreciate it. Thank you, but I think this is unnecessary.
Well, you'll think differently if something goes down. That's all. Just worried about
Alright.
you. I squeeze her hand gently.
Yeah, she squeezes it back.
I
like
turn
it.
around. I turn around and I see them holding hands, and I down the rest of the drink.
I said,
It's
sip
pretty-
it, pal.
I do. I'm gonna look around the room in general, just like as a spot hidden for anything out of sorts or funky.
Go ahead and make a roll for me.
And while he's doing that, Philip will try to end the bar scene by leaning in, and he's going to be like, listen, Ace, you got a knack for keeping your head down. What do they call you behind your bar here?
Frankie.
Is that Frankie? Is that what it was?
Yeah, my name's Frankie.
All right, Frankie.
Frankie
Hey,
Martino.
Frankie Martino. Frankie, I'm going to take another drink. If that's good with you.
Sure
I got a
thing,
regular
boss.
pass on the spot hidden.
You got a regular pass and you have a 15?
Dude, my spot hidden's only 25.
Oh my god. All right.
He's not very perceptive.
Yeah, I mean, you notice the tarot cards. You notice the shadowy figure Lorenzo sitting in the corner. Yeah, I mean, you notice that one of the bathrooms has like an out of order sign on it.
I'm gonna go check out Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Looks kind of hot. I'm gonna check out Lorenzo. I kind of buy a drink, and I bring it over and say, "You looking kind of lonely over here, pal. What's going on?" And as I set it down on the table.
Yeah. Lorenzo is a towering and lanky presence, reclined in his seat. His eyes partially concealed beneath the brim of a worn cap, and his eyes drift languidly across the room, catching the glint of the single overhead light hanging low over his table. He wears
like
a
him
dark
already.
overcoat, its fabric seemingly absorbing the dim light, and as it drapes over his slender frame. The ashtray in front of him is a graveyard of spent cigarettes, and Lorenzo has a growl kind of voice. And he says, "Thank you there, friend. What are you looking to have a little fun tonight or something?"
What the fuck? No. No. I just said
I'm not a.
no.
Listen, I'm sure you heard the raving reviews about my product from the other patrons. Is that what you're looking for?
I just kind of say, we're just on the download trying to learn a little bit more about what happened to that poor Montgomery girl. Nothing official here. Nothing sketchy. But anything you can give would be appreciated. As I hand him the drink.
And he sort of eyes you. Do you want to maybe roll a persuasion or a charm for me?
Yep, I'm also gonna flash that pin again.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't know if it'll make a difference, but
You know what? Go ahead and you can do a persuasion with advantage.
oh fuck yeah. Oh, that's a good start. Alright, I'm gonna spend 2 luck points, bringing me down to 10. I didn't start with much. And I will get a hard pass.
Oh shit! All right,
Tell
yeah,
me the deets.
yeah. So Lorenzo, he just is like, it's a shame, really. I mean, she was a nice kid, really kind of crazy, crazy girl. She wanted to try everything. Wow, what a dynamite personality on a kid, it's a shame that it's being blown up in the media like it is, considering the amount of missing persons cases and deaths that have been popping up with a lot of the homeless and lower class people in this city. But I don't hold that against her. She was always super nice to any and all of us. She was a crazy kid. She tried about every single thing I sold more than once, and she was always asking for something stronger, something new. But she and I had a connection. We had good conversation, about the different experiences we wanted to try, and we talked about the different stuff I sold, and what we had tried and what our experiences had been. She had an interest for the pseudoscience too. Like more than just alcohol and drugs and stuff like that. But she was into some weird things like Hindu breathing exercises and meditation, and always trying to achieve a nirvana, as she would say. I've read into this stuff a little bit. She was a good kid though.
She was pretty into that frou-frou stuff then.
Oh yeah, big time. She was a real free spirit kind of girl.
Do you know anything about this Lawrence character that she seems to have gotten dragged up into?
Lawrence?
Was it Lawrence?
And
Julian, my bad.
Okay, that's better.
What, you mean the guy she was always hanging around? I didn't know him too well. He was more of the quiet type, but he participated, and pretty much everything she wanted to try. They seemed like kindred spirits. He was probably a good guy. I don't really know. I didn't really know the guy too well, but they believed in all the same pseudoscience and different, like elixirs and different meditation, and always looking towards like a different religious experience, like a different way of thinking. Always trying to open up their third eye,
Yeah. Did she leave with him that evening? Do you know?
Oh, who? Julian? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. They lived together every night. They were inseparable, She would always come in with her friends, and then she would meet up with her boyfriend, and they'd be going yada yada yada, busting a move on the dance floor. And then, of course, they would come over to me, and they'd want to buy whatever I had in stock, and they took it all. They cleared me out. Yeah, she really was the spirit of this bar. It's a shame she's not with us anymore.
I quietly slide him an undetermined, in-universe appropriate amount of cash. I'll take some of what you got on hand. I feel like we're getting into some strange stuff here, and I don't know what's going to come in handy.
Sorry, what? Can you repeat that one more time for me?
I want your drugs.
Oh, all right. I knew you seemed like the fun type. So what are you looking for? We got a few different elixirs and toxins, or tonics. I meant to say not toxins. A little toxin ain't bad for you,
I'm just gonna. I would like a little bit of his hardest drug, something that could be slipped into a drink or food or something.
Yeah, he.
I don't say it that way, but that's what I'm asking him for.
Yeah, he opens up his jacket. He's got various little bottles of, it is a little bit of cocaine. I got some opium, morphine, heroin. I got these pills, these amphetamines.
Ooh.
I got some barbiturates. What are you trying?
I'll take some of the amphetamines and the morphine.
Yeah. Here you go, pal. It's gonna be a sum of money. Yes, you're quite the big spender, I noticed.
God is the one who decides how much money I have. So,
do you have a credit rating?
You do, yeah. Everyone should have a credit rating. Tyler, do you see yours?
I'm looking for it.
Should be under C for credit rating. I think.
I got
Hold on,
20, which is not great.
So in the game would describe it as that like anything that's just general money, you could hand wave the keeper, but if the keeper wants to, they can have you roll a credit check, and if you don't pass, then like you wouldn't be able to afford it or something.
I'm gonna say, let's have 20 be your. I'm gonna say like your weekly like allowance. All right, like that's about how much you can spend in a week. So
I've only spent like
$4, I think.
$3 or $4. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you got cash on hand. Let me look up how much. I don't know how to look up how much drugs. Let me go to ChatGPT.
There you go.
So yeah, what did you want to buy again? You said you wanted to buy opium, or you wanted to buy morphine, heroin. Which one was it?
Both. I wanted amphetamines and morphine.
And we're all watching this, right?
I don't know about all that.
Philip's definitely over at the bar still, but he's a detective. He's observing. He's obviously been holding back and letting his cohort, be interacting with the drug dealer. But I mean, he's still watching. Maybe a check or something.
Yeah, you could do a spot hidden.
What if him and I did opposed roles? I did a spot hidden, and he did is it stealth?
Yeah, stealth. I mean, yeah, Tyler, if you want to keep it a secret, yeah, you can go ahead and make a stealth roll. And Alex, go ahead and make a spot hidden roll.
I'm not trying to be like super obvious about it, but I don't think I'm necessarily trying to keep it a secret right now.
I failed my spot hidden if I were to make one.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, you probably notice them sliding something back and forth between the tables.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take that. I just want to at least kind of know.
Can I do one as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god, dude, this is crazy. I'm more looking at my sister.
I always like the in-universe reasons for why you fail rolls. It's great.
I agree.
Gotta.
Well, I thank the kind gentleman for his words and his drugs, and I move back to the group.
And his drugs.
And I also say, I think there's something fishy going on with that bathroom over there.
Can I have an aside with my sister as you're doing this, talking to Lorenzo?
I'll permit it.
I'll allow it.
Is the bartender played by Ricky Gervais?
I went for Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, how's it going? Actually, I don't even know that's how Paul Giamatti sounds.
I was Ricky Gervais too, though.
Hey, I'm blue. Hey,
I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die.
Yeah,
I'm blue.
I go up to Eleanor and I go, okay, just be real with me, Eleanor. How long you two been together?
I mean, brother. I mean, we've had a casual relationship. We didn't start going steady until maybe a few months ago. But
months?
But
steady?
Brother, please.
Relationship?
But he used to be my cabbie for a little bit, taking me to different shows around the tri-state area. And I mean, we just got to talking, and he's just the sweetest guy. I think you would really like him. And we both have a lot in common.
Eleanor.
Honestly, kind of fucked that she took somebody else as a cabbie.
I mean, but brother, you're so busy all the time.
He's not intercon. I think he only is one city.
You own the most successful cabbie business in all of Atlantic City. You're too busy for little old me.
You know, that's not true. That's not true, Eleanor. I just don't exactly approve of what you're doing here. You know, ever since Mom and Dad died, like, you are my everything, and I gotta make sure that you're being safe. You're okay. Like, we're all that we have left. Like, you're all that I have left in my life. And you know, just when I see you, so why don't you understand where I'm coming from when I see you involving yourself with the likes of him?
Because I have a life, brother.
I'm like across the room and I wave.
She waves back.
No, you're getting your drugs handed to you.
Cuz Vinny, I know we're all we got, and I know you've had a hard time the past couple of years, but I have a life. I need to have a life outside of just you and me, and I found somebody that I have a real connection with now. I mean, he's sweet, and we get along, and I think you two would get along if you would just get out of your own way.
I love you too, Jared.
I love you too, Jared.
I say, like, okay, let me take a step back and say, okay, well, how is he taking care of you? Like, clearly he can't support himself with his low-grade business he's got going. There has to be something else going on.
I mean, he's
How
a
is he
gentleman.
making his money?
I don't know, brother, but he pays for everything I want. He's a sweetheart.
And you don't question where he's getting his money from.
I mean, where do you get your money from? He's a cab driver, ain't he?
Like I said, yeah, clearly I'm taking all of his customers. You know, I have the most, you even said it yourself, I have the most successful business that I started from the ground up. You don't get that from overnight. Clearly this young little chump doesn't work as hard as I do. So he's probably taking the easy route and doing something shady, making his money.
Listen, brother, I don't question him, all right? I just see his character, and he takes care of me, and he's sweet to me, and he cares about me, and that's what's important.
Yeah, and any guy can be sweet enough to get into any girl's snatch. Okay, so like,
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say that she stands up and walks away, and she goes and sits by.
This is an arena situation.
Yeah, I think she's probably gonna go and sit by Carl for now.
I feel valued and loved.
So maybe it's like seconds after the stuff has been passed to Carl, like you see her sit down.
Yeah, and she just
fuck.
looks flustered and annoyed.
I go, that drink didn't work.
I'm sorry. I know we were planning this whole thing with your brother. I was really hoping we could have this go a lot smoother. We just sort of got thrust together with this whole operation going on. Is everything okay?
Listen, I just don't want to talk about it right now. He's just being his typical self. I thought things would go better with you meeting, but I was wrong.
Well, he didn't shoot me, so I'll call that a win.
That's true.
Do you know anything about this bathroom that seems to be closed?
Who are you? Are you asking Eleanor? Or are you asking
Eleanor?
Lorenzo? Okay. Eleanor's like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I've heard one of the employees say that there's like a secret exit out of the bar from behind that bathroom door. It's always closed. It's never open. There's a cellar door on the other side. Leads out of the bar.
I kind of hold her hand and I look her deeply in the eyes for a second. This is some pretty strange business we seem to be getting tied up here. If we can get to the other side of it safely, it's the money we've been looking for to set you up on your career and sell my cabbie business, get into something meaningful. Just be safe out here while I'm working through this, okay?
And Lorenzo just sort of looks at you and he's like, yeah, so it's going to be a 4 for the heroin and a 4 for the...
That's hilarious.
for the amphetamines and...
Did we do this already? Did we already see that, like, everybody saw that he's clearly buying drugs from this guy that we know is a drug dealer?
Tyler's not really hiding it, right?
Well, I also... nobody passed the spot hidden to see it either.
It's true.
Can I see if I was watching it?
But you didn't want to. You didn't want to stealth roll it, right, Tyler?
Logan.
I wasn't being super obvious, but I wasn't stealthing it either. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm looking
I
at the
feel
ceiling
like we
still.
might know he did, like something might have passed between them, but we aren't sure about anything.
I mean, if you were looking at him, then I would say you probably just saw him pass something. You don't really know what.
Yep.
But everyone that like failed hard I would say did not notice.
I go up to the doctor. I'm like, hey, Doc.
Hey, Vernon. You seem to be a little on edge, mate.
Yeah. How do you tell if a woman's pregnant?
Oh. There's several ways we can do that. I assume you're wondering about your sister, right?
Yeah.
I put my arm around him and I say, Vernon, listen, mate, you know, he seems like an alright guy. I mean, until he... Yeah, I just met both of you, to be completely honest. However, you know, the second you met him, you were all guns blazing, baring teeth, snarling, you know, the works. And, I mean, he gave me a ride. He's been helping us with the investigation. You know, maybe until he does something tangible that's really, you know, fucked up. Maybe we just, or not we, sorry. Maybe you just, you know, just see what happens. She seems to be happy, right? And she is your sister. You said it yourself. She's the most important person in the world to you now, right? So shouldn't her happiness, you know, take some precedent here?
All right, let me break down everything you just said. So you want me, who loves my sister more than anything, you want me to wait until something happens to then take initiative?
I'm not saying that, mate. I'm just saying he hasn't done anything to make you think ill of him. At least him and her together yet, right? You're just being overprotective. See, look at him now. He's just talking to that nice man I'm sure isn't involved in anything illegal.
And you say this.
That's the drug dealer, right?
Oh, no, that guy's definitely selling drugs.
And then
I shoot my eyes towards him.
you see, as the realization hits, Ambrose is like, well, you know what? Okay, fair enough. And
Fair enough. Maybe he's a piece of shit.
I'll walk over to the table where they're at with Lorenzo.
Uh-huh.
And is he like in the process of like putting cash on the table to like slide over to him?
I would hope that transaction has since
He's
completed.
hoping that's already over, Logan, when you get there.
It happened before Eleanor got over there. She didn't see
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not actively dealing drugs when I get over there.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's passed by this point.
Dang.
Okay.
You don't know for sure.
I go over there and I say, Eleanor, hey, I need to speak with you privately for a moment.
Okay.
And I like kind of motion over to the wall, like kind of like a few paces away from the table.
She follows.
Okay. And then in like more of a hushed tone, I say, all right, listen. So, you know, your brother's kind of, you know, he's just really worried about you. So what I'm going to ask you something as a strictly medical professional. And, you know, just to be honest, because you said you've been with this chap for a couple months now, right?
Uh-huh.
And he takes out a notepad, the same one he's been writing case notes on since we started investigating. He goes, and you sexually active?
She's like, listen, you seem like a nice guy, but I am a doctor for that.
Eleanor, when was the last time you had your physical?
Are there two other people listening to this?
I don't.
Drug
No,
dealer
I
is
think
still nearby.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, I take that.
He pulled him aside, yeah.
I walk away from Lorenzo at this point, and I'm starting to head into the bathroom that says, don't enter.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to make a stealth roll for me?
Sure.
Now, we got to keep going with this Dr. Eleanor conversation.
Yeah, why don't you scare that? Let's not forget about that.
We can do two things at once.
Doc, do you want to? I mean, do you want to make like a charm roll or a persuade roll or something?
Sure, I'll make one. I'll make one of those rolls. Let me look at the stats, and then maybe I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
Dude, that's so funny, Pete. You know, see what he said.
What did you say? You said charm or
persuade. I'd say.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
What about medicine?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, are you trying to? I mean, he just said that he was asking her a question. He didn't say that he was trying to see if she was pregnant or.
I
Yeah,
need to invasively see if you're pregnant.
I'm just asking her a question. I don't pass.
Okay.
Persuade.
She just says, "Look, I'm healthy as a horse. All right.
Good.
I don't
okay.
think I don't think you need to be asking me any more questions about my love life. All right.
Sure.
That's between me and Carl.
Yeah, certainly, love. No, don't take offense to. Listen, when you in my line of work, you ask lots of people various types of questions, and of course, it can get a little uncomfortable. Surely, you won't be the first, you won't be the last. There's something to be ashamed of. Us humans, sexually active, all that. Great, but so everything. You said you're healthy as a horse. That's great. So I'm not even going to ask you if there's any weird feelings, sensations. Itching, burning, scratching,
I'm gonna act like I'm
good.
drunk as I stumble through the out of order door. By the way,
Is there an acting role, or maybe like? I think that's only if you like are specifically like.
No, you can have.
like-
You could be trained. Yeah, I think you could be like trained in acting.
Right.
But,
You have to like write it in.
True. You could probably even just give them the base line of 0.5%. That's a pretty difficult roll, regardless.
Just go ahead and just give me a roll to see if you can pretend to be drunk.
no 34.
Yeah, you're not really doing that great of a job. And from across the bar, Frankie yells at you and he's like, "Hey, would you mind keeping out of there? It's out of order for a reason, Al."
I kind of give him like a flippant hand wave as I head back to the bar and let the doctor continue his conversation.
I straight up asked the broad, has she bled on her regular schedule?
Hey,
Give me a
Fast talk.
fast. No, a charm. Give me a charm.
I like charm.
any visits from Aunt Flo?
Ooh!
Ooh, are you sure?
Charming at all?
Are sure you're sure it's charm and not persuade? Because I'm not really trying to like charm her. I'm trying to get some information and make her feel comfortable enough to.
Get him, Logan. Get
You
him.
can say persuade. I'll allow it.
Badass. Then I fail. I'm just kidding. No, I do at normal success.
I'm fine, all right. But look, listen, Arl and I don't want to have kids just yet. All right, we're waiting a little bit.
All right.
Till before we have children.
Hey, and that is smart. So if you need
fucking know.
he like
The doctor is the only one who already knew that.
he like okay all right, so I want you to just let me know. Yeah, I give her my card. I'm like, if you need any type of contraceptive things, also any sorts of medicines or things to just make it easier for you, you just let me know.
Again, I have a doctor for this.
Yeah, right, I know, but he's probably garbage, is what I'm saying, because my clientele, miss, it's my clientele, it's no stranger around town. It's the wealthier of our society, but now I consider you friend, and of course your lover and your brother are also friends and partners of mine at this point, so I would be glad to extend my services at a reasonable in a reasonable way, if you understand what I'm saying.
The doctor wants to fuck you.
That's not what I'm saying, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that, love.
I think I prefer my medical professionals to be a strain. Not non-family or friends.
Yeah, I get that. And then he walks back over to. He just walks straight over to Vernon.
What'd you find out?
I think she's a virgin, mate.
Contesting
Do it.
We're contesting psychology and fast talk rolls.
Wow.
Yikes. No, you believe him, Peter. She's a virgin.
I love that the dice are like, Vernon shall not know.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a hard, or no, that was just normal success.
I'll say, look, knowing my sister, she's at least doing butt stuff.
Listen, mate. She's definitely not pregnant, and I'm pretty sure she just agreed to be my next client. So if she does become pregnant, I'll let you know.
Well, you're gonna do it.
What do you mean? Am I gonna do it?
You're gonna give her the baby.
Give her?
Yeah. It sounded kind of like innuendo a little bit there, but you know what? At this juncture, I would definitely take you over Carl. So
He smiles at that,
Yeah.
and he writes it down in his notepad.
what you writing?
Oh yeah, I make a list of things that I need to read to feel good about myself when I'm sad.
I gotcha. Well, don't we have something we're trying to investigate?
I think so. And then he's gonna walk over to Tyler the Creator, and he'd be like, "Hey, Carl, I saw whatever the fuck that was you were doing there for a second. Is there something in the bathroom that you wanted to go look at?"
I heard there's something going on in this bathroom here. Maybe we can create some sort of distraction.
Who told you there was something going on in the bathroom?
No, my spot hidden check.
It wasn't like
Eleanor
an
said it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it was an NPC or not.
No, I think it was my spot hidden. Officially, let me know. Maybe we could create some sort of distraction. Just let one of us slip in here. Who's the smallest, the shortest, most diminutive of stature?
That's definitely gonna be Vernon.
I would look at your guys' size. Everyone has a size.
I hope it's Vernon.
I really hope it's
Or
Vernon.
look at your build.
My
65.
my size is also 65.
Mine's 55.
Bitch.
Mine's 80. I'm fucking huge.
Damn.
Eleanor's not complaining. Anyway,
Hey, looks like it's you. Looks like it's you, detective.
What wouldn't it?
so I'm gonna
Wouldn't it be
I'm
better?
gonna
if it was
try and
Vern?
get the bartender into a wrapped conversation, as he tries to sneak in there.
Yeah. What do you guys want to talk about?
You heard about this thing? They're starting. It's called the World Series. I think it's starting up in New York.
Baseball. Now there's a game.
And we dive in and start talking about baseball.
No, there's.
Do you want to make a charm roll for me?
When
Yeah.
I'm gonna stealth into the back room.
Wait, can I
I think
can I
that's
walk up?
what's going down.
Can I walk up to the detective? And I say, like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, Philip, I'm gonna ask for something. Maybe see if he has some like liquor in the back that he keeps secret. Maybe when he goes back there, he can get into the bathroom.
And
I'll give you-
what exactly am I doing in the bathroom?
Seeing what's in there. It's out of order, and I guess
Okay.
Carl tried to. We just saw Carl try to go in, and Frankie didn't want him to go in there. So maybe he's hiding something.
I guess maybe. Sure. You know what? This is the last place she was known to be before she was dead. So I'd say it's a good place to look. Sounds good. You go ahead and do that, and I'll sneak in.
I'll give you the nod when he goes back.
All right.
All right, I go back, and they're talking about baseball.
And,
Yeah. Oh boy, the Yank. What a team.
I go. Hey, Frankie.
Yeah. What can I do for you there, pal?
Hey, do you have like anything special? You know, maybe something in the back. I give him a wink.
Go ahead and roll a persuade or a charm for me.
It's gonna be a charm. Oh, damn it.
You thought you rolled a 6?
Yeah. Shit.
Hey, pass.
I'm going to push the roll.
oh, there we go.
All right.
Yeah, man.
He looks at you and he's like, "Listen, pal. you could barely handle the one drink I had for you, so I don't really know if I'm going to be bringing out more liquor for you to look at. All right?
Can Ambrose come up to the bar, seeing this happen? He's gonna go up to the bar and kind of like nod at Frankie and say, and in kind of more of a hushed tone, "Hey, Frankie, I believe there is something back there that you might be able to get for me and my friends here." And he's gonna slide his business card over to the bartender and be like, high class shit, top shelf. We're not just here for your wishy-washy stuff.
Is Philip currently trying to open the door to the out of order, like...
If he sees that...
What's he doing right now?
He would definitely... Go on. Well, Philip would definitely be watching from a distance, waiting for them to distract the guy, and once he's distracted, I would go for it.
I said I would give Philip the nod before he tries to go in.
That's
okay,
true.
Gotcha. Yeah, so... go ahead, I guess, and give me a charm roll, or a persuade roll.
Oh, hell yeah.
You said that's a epic, or I'm sorry, the best it can be. I forget what extreme. I always fucking forget. I'm gonna write it down.
It's also at the very bottom of your character sheet. It says quick reference rules.
Don't give any of this to your friend right here, but I do got a really old bottle from the 1800s back here, if you follow me. I only use it on special occasion, but I like you and that one guy back there, like gesturing over to.
And I like that guy. Hey, what are you?
Hey, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, I follow him.
He walks over to the out of order bathroom, and he's like, "I don't know if you boys knew this, but this bathroom ain't actually a bathroom. It's actually a secret passageway. That's we got an old cellar that is no longer in use for our basement. So we bring in all of our illegal alcohol down through this cellar door." And he opens up the bathroom, and inside are like just a bunch of old dusty crates of a few extra liquor bottles, and then like some much more refined, expensive and older liquors as well. And he pulls out like, sorry,
he's going into the out of order bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Would you look at that?
Yep.
Philip definitely just watches them all march in, and he's just like, well.
1886. How about you say we pop open a bottle of bourbon here, huh?
Bless the governor, mate. Let's do it. That sounds perfect.
Hashtag Bourbon.
Governor.
Bless the
governor. And he walks you back over to his to the bar, and he pours 4 shots of this extremely old bourbon. He gives one to everyone except for Vernon.
The fuck is this?
Listen, pal, you can barely stand up. All right.
What? As I trip over my chair.
What shall we toast to, gentlemen?
Let's toast to health,
the celibacy,
and
that's great.
Yes,
toast to celibacy.
Let's toast to health, celibacy, and justice for that poor girl.
A little weird toast, but I'll never turn down an option to drink.
Does Carl raise a glass to that? All those toasts.
Carl holds up a glass and acts like he takes a drink.
What about Eleanor?
No! Dang.
Would Eleanor want a shot of whiskey? I don't know how much she'd drink. Tyler.
I think she's probably not super into it. That's my take.
Yeah,
it's good for the boys, though.
It's
not
good
what you're
for
saying as the doctor.
Huh?
Is that what you're saying as the doctor?
Yeah, I look at her and I say, hey, Eleanor, just, you never tried it before, just, sling it back. It's good. You let it roll down your throat. It's good for your singing voice.
Ew.
And I eye her, I narrow my gaze to be like, if she's pregnant, she ain't gonna drink, so let's...
Yeah.
The ultimate test.
Yeah, you know what? The bartender pours her a shot, and she takes it with you guys.
And then I look at Vernon and give him a nod.
There we go.
She's clean.
You know.
For the baby.
And the alcohol has a nice warm feeling that rolls down your throat and hits your chest, and you guys feel nice and warm now.
Describe the feeling, Doctor.
There's a reason I bring a flask when I go skiing.
Ambrose is kind of like swiveling around whatever's left in the glass, like, it's really the finish, you know. It's that sweetness,
That cream.
that cream.
Le creme.
Get that top note. The
That
sweetness.
top note, that sweetness.
Pure vanilla.
All 9,000 taste buds. I look at Frankie and I'm like, that's a 10, mate.
Well, I only pull it out on a special occasion, and I guess a dead girl is one of those things.
I nod
Damn
solemnly.
it, that's dark as fuck. I turn to
I'm sad now.
gentlemen. I think it might be
got
time
a
we
two.
head to the pier.
Hey, Carl. You were talking over to that drug dealer over there. What'd you find out, or what'd you get?
And I, without a beat, I hold out. I pick this up for later, just in case we run into some funky business, need a little extra push, if you know what I mean. And I hold up the amphetamines, and then I take out the morphine in my other hand. And if we run into somebody that needs a little bit of a nap, I think this might come in handy. And I hold out the morphine, and I give the morphine to Vernon.
I don't fucking take it.
I give it to the doctor.
Yeah, I reach out. I say, yeah, let me take a look. Now, what did he tell you this was, Carl?
He said this put you into a little bit of an ecstatic sleepy time, if you know what I mean. Not something I would like to take, but maybe it could come in handy if somebody needs to be out of our way for a little bit, in the non-lethal sense.
My jaw is on the
go
floor. And I like shoot a
'cause you
glance over at Eleanor. Yeah.
I didn't say I was taking it. These are for emergencies, obviously, but we're mixed up into some pretty crazy business. I figured better to have something and not need it, and need it and not have it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Anything to take away the pain, eh?
Ambrose quickly pockets the morphine. He's like, yes, that's a good idea. That's
Oh shit!
that looks like really good stuff. But yeah, hopefully we don't need it.
I'm like, thank you, Doc, for taking careful custody of that. I appreciate it. And I hand him the methamphetamines as well.
Crazy.
The meth, he's kind of like inspecting a little bit, and he's like, it's.
This is also 1920, so these things are probably like heralded as miracle drugs and not the rep that we have today.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are definitely illegal. I'll say that. Yeah, and some of them are for medical use, like with a prescription.
Yeah.
So
He specifically looks the meth like up and down, and he's like, it's just this kind of stuff. It's just not really that great, if you know what I mean. It's just not. We can keep it. Sure,
do you
but,
actually
you know.
do you actually want to do like a test on it, doctor? Like,
No. He's more just giving a personal opinion.
Okay.
Look, all I know
From my practice, you know, you wouldn't be caught. You wouldn't be making much. This wouldn't get you very far, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, from my experience in the war, I mean, I definitely had a platoon of methamphetamine addicted Germans headed my way, and they were definitely really crazy. And you're gonna just take that?
What do you mean? Take it? I'm not taking anything.
I'm more speaking to Carl.
Oh yeah. I got you.
It's in the doctor's hands now. He's the prescriber.
Yeah, and who's the purchaser? And I go, did you ask that scum over there? Did you ask him anything about what the fuck? Julian? Did you ask him about Julian if he knows him or anything like that?
I thought you didn't care about anything I had to say.
You're right. So I go over to Lorenzo.
Okay. So you're interested in buying some of my product as well? Gotta say, your friend over there, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone who comes up to you and gives you the money that they're owed is nice. So I go, hey, so like, you know, you're down here often, I bet, with your clientele. I'm sure you meet a lot of different people.
As you're talking like this, he sort of like tenses up a little bit, and he's
hey, whoa, relax.
Listen, man, what are you trying to question me around here? All right, listen, you know what I do. You know why I just sold your friend. What do you want? All right.
You know a guy named Julian or Charlotte, Olivia, or Patricia? Any of those ring a bell?
Are those? I'm assuming those are Evelyn's friends. All right, and Julian, her boyfriend. Yeah. What do you want to know about him, huh?
I just want to know everything you know about Julian. Okay, I'm not saying. Look, from my experience from being in wartime, seeing people misuse drugs, I've never seen the state that Evelyn's body was in. Okay, I don't think that you had anything to do with it. Okay, but I just want to know about Julian. Okay, that's the only person that I want to know about, because that's who Evelyn. It's her boyfriend. You just said, Julian. Can you tell me anything about him?
Go ahead and give me either a persuasion or a charm with advantage this time, because Lorenzo also served in the war. He hasn't been quite the same since then.
What platoon were you in? Shit.
Oh, a 1. It's a fail.
Okay. All right, that's a 32, and fuck my dick. Write it. I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 12 points of luck.
All right, yeah. Look, you seem like you're not such a bad guy. All right, maybe you've been dealt a bad hand. I can relate. Okay. Listen, Julian. He seems like he was a nice enough guy, but I don't know too much about him. I mean, look, Evelyn, she did open up to me a lot about her life and her past and stuff like that, and I know about her betrothed, her William. All right, and the fact that Julian was seeing Evelyn behind this guy's back, I think it's a little scummy. I don't fully trust a homewrecker like that. All right, and I don't mean to, I'm not putting myself on a pedestal or nothing. I sell drugs for a living, but I know a lot of
astute observation.
I know a lot of those dock workers are involved in mob activity. All right. Now I don't know if Julian is. All right. I'm not saying anything like that. I don't know the guy, but definitely some of the crowd he comes in with, they're heavily involved with the mob and bringing in like liquor to our city here, and I just keep an eye out for that.
Do many mob members come down here and get stuff from you? Don't have to do names, just names of the mobs.
Of course. I mean, I don't know about Julia. I know him.
Roll that.
I really don't know these guys too much, but some of these guys that he comes down with, they'll buy some morphine, or maybe they'll buy some weed, maybe cocaine on occasion. But they're not crazy like Julian is. Julian, he does everything. He takes these barbiturate stuff that I sell, and that gives you like some crazy dreams. All right,
mm-hmm.
It's hot stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I get really close to him. Like, I mean, not. I just lean in a little bit closer and talk in a very hushed voice, and I say, "Hey, listen. Look, we both fought in the war together. So, we're essentially brothers, and like any member of the family, you don't disagree with some of the life choices sometimes, but you're still brothers. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
So I lean in, and I even throw a 20 on the table, and I go, now, is there a mob member in this very room right now?
You said you lay a 20 on the table?
Yeah.
What's your credit rating?
50.
Oh, man. Okay. So,
I have a successful business. Hey.
You know what? Go ahead and make a persuasion roll with 2 times advantage.
2 times?
2 times advantage.
2 times. All right, that's 1 fail. Oops, god damn it.
Fail.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not 20. You got it.
Yeah.
Dude.
All right, one more time. Oh, god damn it. You can't ever back out once you select something. I got a 21. My persuasion is 10. I'm going to spend 11 points of luck.
Okay, you're going to spend 11 points of luck?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Listen, I try not to get too involved with the mob and that kind of stuff. But I know a West Side mob pin when I see one. All right, and the boy you walked in over there, he's wearing one of them.
I purse my lips and I sort of click my tongue. I go, all right. Thank you for your time, brother.
Any other questions?
No, I think
as he examines this 20 that you just left him.
Yeah, I got one more.
Yeah.
As you see the detective stand up, he was over by the door the whole time, never with everyone. And he says, "You ever heard the name of Nyarlathotep?"
I mean, sorry, can you repeat that for me one more time?
You see the detective, he takes his notebook out and he thumbs through a couple pages of it and squints at the paper and then clears his throat and says, "Nyarlathotep?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. I mean, that kind of stuff is talked about a lot in those occult books I was telling your friend about. About all those otherworldly religions and other dimensional beings I was telling you guys about. From legend, of course, is like a being from beyond our realm, beyond our understanding. I know that he had a cult following. There's rumors to be, he had many cult followers, and they were led by Egyptian Pharaoh by the name of Nephren-Ka. I mean, they did some pretty gruesome shit, and they consumed flesh and killed people and had some crazy orgies.
Wait, who did this?
This is
cult of the god Nyarlathotep.
Yeah, he's an ancient god of old. A pharaoh back in ancient Egypt used to worship him. He's supposed to come to our world and take over and provide all his followers with basically nirvana.
How do you know about this stuff?
Listen, I told you and your boy about this earlier. Evelyn and I, we did drugs and stuff like that, but we were also into other occult things like meditation and other religions and learning about the space beyond our realm. We were very interested in the places that we go to when we're on drugs.
And you see,
believe this garbage?
Listen, I don't know if I necessarily believe it, but this is just history. These cults did exist back in ancient Egypt. I don't know if it's necessarily true or anything like that, but
Philip puts his notepad in his jacket, and then he says, "Well, if you're such a expert on the weird and the wonderful, why don't you enlighten me on what this means?" And he takes the guy's drink and he lifts it up and moves it to the side, showing one of the tarot cards coasters.
What, tarot card?
Yeah, what's the tower mean? Come on, use your head, guy.
Whoa, hey, you don't need to be rude about it, there, pal. I'm helping you out, remember that. And he looks over the tarot card, and he says, I believe it's supposed to represent, height of power and getting closer to God. As you can see, it's on this cliffside, which means that it does have its inevitable downfall. Yeah, this tower symbolizes chaos. As he is showing you this this tower drawing, there's like a lightning strike hitting the tower, and there's fire, and it's raining in the photo, and this tower is on the cliffside edge, over a waterfall. Yeah, this card represents chaos, and the chaos one encounters, the closer they get to God, uncovering the great mysteries. Yeah, like the Tower of Babel.
Right there, right? My Christian friends.
Yeah, I've like I said, I've studied all the religions. I've tried to unpack the secrets of the universe through religion, through drugs, and Evelyn and I were kindred spirits, and it really shames me that she is passed, and I hope that she's found her answers in the afterlife.
Yeah, Tower of Babel, where all the languages came from. That's a story that I truly believe. Not like this none of this occult shit.
Listen, this ain't no fairy tale, pal. I don't know if I believe in this Nyarlathotep or whatever, but Nephren-Ka and his cult, I believe they were called the Bloody Tongue. They are a real cult that existed in ancient Egypt, and they tortured people and performed sacrifices to this god, hoping that when he came to our realm, they would merge with him and be granted the secrets of the universe. This ain't a joke, pal.
Sure, I'm sure this is all completely related, but you know what? I couldn't give a shit about any of that.
You're telling me you never had a religious experience in your life? Nothing you couldn't explain?
I kind of freeze up for a second as I kind of have a psychotic episode internally about what I just saw. I go, no, but
I'll leave you guys with one more thing before you depart. Evelyn's fiance or whatever, the rich guy, William. If you guys are trying to solve her murder, I would start there if I were you guys. Listen, I don't know how much I believe this, believe any of the rumors that it was Julian or anything like that. I mean, the guy, he's definitely involved in some shady shit, but from the stories that Evelyn told me, William seems like he was kind of an abusive guy, and especially the night of her death, apparently they got into a big fight, Evelyn told me. I've seen this kind of stuff happen before, and it's always the boyfriend, so...
Philippa, you're getting all this in, right?
Yep. And he shows him, the camera pans over, he's writing down on his notepad.
Thank you very much for your information, and you've done, especially me, a great service today. I really appreciate it, brother.
Listen,
you truly enlightened me. I'm done here, so thank you.
Feels like a soulless, shell-shocked, over-possessive brother to me, but that's just what I'm saying.
And I turn around and I shoot Carl a smile, a comforting smile that I've never shot Carl ever in my life.
I feel absolutely uncomfortable.
Good. Excellent.
All right, man. Hey, you do you. I'm just telling you the facts, and you guys seem awfully interested in Evelyn, and I'm just trying to let you know what my 2 cents are on. All right. She was complaining about her fiance. All right.
I'm gone. I go up to Carl. I'm like, "Hey, buddy, how we doing?"
Pretty good, Vernon. What's going on? Do you find any good information off good old Lorenzo over there?
You betcha. Okay. All right, gang. Let's head out.
All
You
right.
guys-
I almost have like a jump to my step as I hey Frankie, you have a good one, all right? Thank you
And
for the libations.
And the camera pans over and you see Philip purchasing another drink and he says, "Be right there. Gotta get a rope pop."
Philip, come on, mate. You've had enough. You gotta keep your wits about you for the rest of the night, at least.
You see Philip.
I'm assuming Eleanor is not heading out with us.
Are you asking her to tag along? I mean, up until this point, she's walking out with you guys.
All right, I take her aside for a second, and I'm like, I think things are gonna get pretty crazy tonight. I want you to extra lock on the doors. You know, keep what I gave you handy. I don't know how this is gonna end up, but if we get on the other side of this, we're gonna have everything we need to launch your career. Okay? I'm here for you.
Well, where should I go?
Go to your brother's place. I bet it's more secure than where you're staying right now.
It's all right.
I give her a kiss.
Ooh! Hey,
Yeah,
Vernon, you see that?
I go, I sure do. And you know what? He better make it a good one because it's gonna be the last one he ever fucking kissed. It's gonna be the last fucking one he ever does.
Why do you say that, mate?
Doc, you can keep a secret, right? You know, like with your medical practice and such.
I say, hand me $1, and I'm not joking. Then we have, client non-disclosure agreement or whatever. It's like a
There you
law.
go.
I take it. Yeah, what's up,
Seems like we got a mobby in the party.
mate? What do you mean exactly?
Seems like my intuition is right as always.
And boy, your intuition. You mean?
Seems like I'm not waiting for Carl to do anything. Seems like he's done enough.
I see. Okay, I see. So you think he's involved in something like that?
Yeah, the West Side Mob.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah,
That
he's
is
a dead man.
Well,
Dead man walking.
well. Yeah, mate, let's not do anything rash, you see, because, people do lots of things for lots of different reasons. Well, how much do you know about his involvement in whatever,
Enough that he's enlisted.
Sure, but, lots of people make decisions for lots of different reasons. I'm sure you had to make questionable decisions yourself during the war, right? So, just...
I did what I had to for my fucking sister.
Sure.
Gotta protect the country that she lives in.
Mate, I agree, but maybe we keep this on the down low, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely, until the time comes.
Okay.
And that time's gonna come before he gets another kiss from her, so.
Okay, all right, I definitely, I hear what you're saying.
And I go, all right, it's time to go. And, hey, Eleanor, come here real quick.
Okay. What's up, brother?
I go, I think you
I
should.
didn't say what's up back then.
Yeah. How do you do? I go, hey, take my key to my apartment and just spend the night there, okay?
Okay. Otherwise, I'd probably be staying the night at a hotel room, I guess.
No, my apartment's secure. No one can get in or out of that. And, you don't let anyone in.
Not even the fire department.
Not even the fire department. In case a mob decides to burn it down. Am I right, Carl? So,
Anyways.
and I don't. I do say that, but I kind of I try to play it off as a little joke. And one more thing, Eleanor.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that my things changed ever since I came back from the war, and I'm really sorry if I ever take it out on you. But you just have to trust your brother. Again, my intuition seems to be always right.
I know. I trust you. All right. I mean, but But I have to do what I need to do too. I need to listen to myself.
Yeah, but love can be a dangerous drug, and
You're telling me.
yeah, and seems like you're in some pretty dangerous waters right now.
I mean, I know I perform at a lot of seedy places, but I'm safe. I don't stay out too long. I don't really deal with the wrong crowds. I'm not buying too many drugs. Nothing.
Too many.
I keep my nose clean.
Instant concern.
I get really serious and I say, you just stay away from Carl. And I have like a slight quiver to my voice, like kind of like getting choked up a little bit.
He's gonna laugh.
Yeah. I start laughing at her face. I'm like, this is funny.
She just says, look, I want you to take this time you're working together to really get to know Carl. All right, please.
Ooh, I'll know.
For me, please.
Absolutely, I'll know him outside and his insides.
Be nice. All right.
Additional questions.
Yeah, it should be.
Let's please be nice for me. Behave.
Absolutely, I'll make it quick for you.
All right, I'm gonna go now.
Absolutely.
She says goodnight to her brother. She says goodnight to Carl, and that hopefully she sees the both of you soon. She's probably gonna stay in town for a couple days before hitting the road.
Sounds good. Sounds grand.
Perfect.
Go to the docks.
Are we leaving? Yeah, so, and I imagine as we're leaving, like you see that the detective did get his drink, I would assume, and as he's walking, past the dock, he says, "Come on, Doc. Listen, I don't drink to lose my wits. I drink to keep them from running off on their own.
Sure, mate. I just, something tells me
I'm not even driving, bruh.
that's fair. Something just tells me this is going to turn into a little bit more than what we bargained for. But then again, homeboy said he was going to pay us quite a bit of cash, so I could be wrong.
And you see the detective take out a flask, and he says, "Cheers to that."
Cheers to the 23 years.
And is there anything else you guys want to do before you start drinking and driving to the docks?
I check out my car.
Yeah. Go ahead and auto mechanic roll.
The mafia planted a bomb in it.
Okay. I fail. Everything looks in tip top.
Tip top shape.
Carl, you can sit in the back.
So I guess he sits
Look
in
in
the
the
back.
front, shoddy.
Yeah, I'll sit in the back with Carl.
And as you guys all pile into one car, you wave to Eleanor as you guys drive away and head to the docks. You notice Lorenzo leaving the bar and just giving you guys a look of worry as you continue on into this journey of mystery. And I think that's where we'll end for tonight.